Today we have another customization video. Nothing's better than finding the perfect GTK theme, the perfect icon pack, GNOME extensions, wallpaper, whatever it may be, combining everything together to making what for you is the perfect desktop environment. And that's what I think I have here today. I'm going to be staying in the system for a little bit of time and staying with this overall theming configuration. I think it's beautiful. I'm really a fan of those flat themes with the gray. Is just really easy, nothing too crazy, just a clean, elegant UI. And that's what we have here today, in my opinion. First, I'm going to run over the system real quick. You can see I have NeoFetch open up here. This is EndeavourOS, and this is the main distribution that I'm going to be sticking with for some time. We have the 5.13 kernel, and this is GNOME 40.5. I've checked all the GNOME extensions that I'm currently using are available for GNOME 41. So if you're in the latest version of Fedora, for example, you're going to be able to get everything that I have here just fine. And you can see here the theme and icon pack we're running Fluent and Flattery, which I'm going to be jumping into real quick. Let's open up our Firefox internet browser. In addition to these themes, icon packs, and all that, I'm going to be showing you how to get this more compact Firefox look without having to actually switch out your preferences, documents, or anything like that. Just real easy to do. So this is the theme I'm using. This is the Fluent GTK theme. I'm just using the base one in the middle here that gives us that black top bar and white or gray everything else basically. But depending on your preference, you could of course go with a completely dark or a completely light GTK theme. So to actually go ahead and get this, if I slide this out, you can see that there's a download here. So just real quick, I need to interject. I am working on the thumbnail for this video that I've already recorded, and I was looking for some images in regards to the theme, and I stumbled across their GitHub page, and apparently if you use this, they do have a whole bunch of additional options with the installation. So you could have additional GNOME panel icons or change those to whatever you want. You have tweaks, you have the ability to float the GNOME shell panel here, rounded corner selection, you can have a blurred version, and a whole lot more options. I'm going to be reinstalling this with this script, but if you're interested in more options than what I originally showed in this video, you could go ahead and just follow the instructions on their GitHub page. I personally went with the compact one, which really looks good with how I have Firefox situated right here. So I downloaded the compact one, and all we needed to do, if I go over to files here, all we needed to do was extract that into our .themes folder. If you don't have a .themes folder, you just go ahead and create one. And this right here is the theme that I'm currently using. Just extract that in there, and you could go ahead and enable it in your GNOME tweaks. Now, additionally, we have Flattery for the icon pack, but just so those of you who are running KDE, this is also available for KDE Plasma. I will be linking to this down below. But we have the Flattery icon pack, absolutely beautiful. If we go over here to download, you can see all the different colors and everything. I just downloaded the master, but right now I'm currently using the gray. It just looks really good with everything. And if we jump back over to my file explorer, you can see some of these gray folders here. It completely matches the background, and to me, overall, this just looks fantastic. One thing I did, and one thing you may want to do, is in our bash RC, just go ahead, add NeoFetch to the bottom here. So then every single time you open up your terminal, you'll get that NeoFetch. Just a little cool thing to go ahead and do. If you are interested in learning more about NeoFetch, I have a full-fledged tutorial where I go over how to customize it and everything like that. I do highly recommend you go ahead and check that out. But still on the concept of the icons here, if we go over to our show applications, you can see some of them. We have a custom Firefox icon here. The GIMP icon's beautiful. We have a custom VirtualBox and Kdenlive icon. These LibreOffice applications, Xterm boxes, all of that will come with a custom icon and just make your system look beautiful overall. And now while we have Firefox open, I'm going to show you how to get that custom compact look here. And they actually hid the setting to go ahead and manually easily change this yourself. So what you're going to want to do is in Firefox, you're going to want to go to about /config. And then from there, you're going to want to search for browser.compactmode.show. By default, this is going to be set to false. So if you just go ahead and click on this, it will switch it to true. And then from there, what you're going to want to do is go over to Customize Firefox. Now to get to this, if I just go ahead and close this out, all we need to do is right click, go to Customize Toolbar, and this will open up that Customize Firefox. And then down here, you're going to see this option available, which is your density. You can see I have compact not supported. This is normal, or if you want it really thick, you can switch it to a touch. But compact not supported, that goes really well with this compact theme. everything just blends together and looks magnificent. So from there, we just hit done and we are good to go. Now with that, of course, we have a lot of GNOME extensions, and before I dive into GNOME extensions, I'm just going to open up Tweaks real quick, just so you can kind of see what I got going on over here. We have that Fluent Compact. We're currently using the paper cursor with the Flattery gray icons and the Flattery compact shell, which looks really good. We have our background image. I'm going to go ahead and be linking to that down below if you're interested in getting this exact one. And then other than that, basically everything over here is by the default except for this clock. I went ahead and added the week, day, and seconds to it. But for the most part, everything else is set to the defaults. So now with that said, I'm going to show you the extensions I have going on here. And we do have quite a few, not too dramatic, but a good amount to add, will make a very good experience over here on GNOME 40. First of all, we have our applications menu. So you saw if I go ahead and hit down here, show applications, I can actually view all the applications as well as my workspaces. That's normal, but if I go up here and click on the applications text right here, I have the classic drop down with categories. So I can go over to graphics, open up a GNU GIMP, for example here, or go over to system tools. You can see everything that's included, or utilities. I could jump into GNOME disks or the screenshot tool or whatever may have you. And this is actually kind of a cool view to see all those really nice icons that are included with this icon pack. Just beautiful. Blur My Shell, it's an absolute must. It adds the background into your shell and blurs it for you. Just makes it look better overall. We have the clipboard indicator over here, so it will give you everything that's in your clipboard. So that's really nice to go ahead and easily see your entire clipboard history. We have a color picker right here, which is very nice. Allows me to go and select colors anywhere on my desktop and give me the proper color codes. If I right click on it, you can see everything that's going on there, and if I know I'm going to reuse something, I could go ahead and favorite it here. And then we have the extension list, which will list everything that you're seeing in this panel right here, and you can enable, disable, or easily go to the specific settings for each extension from here. We have a little crypto counter here. I'm not too into crypto, but there's a couple of them that I actually moderately kind of follow. We have open weather, which is right over here. This will give you your weather. I've talked about a lot of these in the past, except for there's a couple new ones such as the color picker and GS Connect. And then we have the removable drive menu, which is real nice. That just throws up here. I don't have anything plugged in, so it's not going to show, but if you do have something plugged in, you can manage your USBs, SD cards, and things like that within your GNOME shell. And then we have a screenshot tool. That's just right here. You could just, it's a normal select area window desktop. You could set delays and settings. This right here is probably the most important GNOME extension out of all of them, the sound input and output device chooser. If we go over here to sound, usually it just has the two volume knobs. You have to go into settings to change this, but I could always just click this and select my specific audio out if I would like to. Now system monitor, this right here is a nice one. This is just this right here. It gives you a little bar graphs of specific things you want to monitor, such as your CPU, your memory, your disk, your network, whatever it may be. And then user themes here, and that's how you go ahead and get the actual shell to be able to be themed with your GTK themes. And of course, we have Dash to Dock down here. Now it says built in because I had to install Dash to Dock from the AUR. It is a fork that works with GNOME 40, and that will also be linked down below. So that right there is my current system, my current configuration. My current icon packs. You see, it just is super clean, looks good. Again, everything linked down below. With all that, I'd love to thank our YouTube members and Patreon supporters. We have Mitchell Valentino, Sledgehammer, Phil, Matt, Kyle, Timo, Anthony, and Chris Curtis. Thank you guys so much for supporting the channel. And thank you to all the other Techie and Techie Plus members. If you are interested in supporting the channel, you could either hit join down below, go over to Patreon, but if you don't feel like doing any of that, a simple subscribe and watching this content, maybe sharing it with your friends is good enough for me. With all that said, I do hope you have an absolutely beautiful day, and goodbye.